And away in racing for the final time at Thorpe this afternoon. Brer was the one that was anchored in the rear, as was Duchess Theatre and Executive Power. But it's Robo-Bar on the orange and blue and the favourite War of the World who will lead them down the first of their 20 fences. Watching them stream over the grey Pollyanna Steel, the mare was quite slow, and Brer is well detached already. As the leaders thunder on towards fence number 2, Robo-Bar and Sam Davis-Thomas and George Henderson aboard the favourite War of the World. Jumping fence number 2 upside. Duchess Theatre didn't get very high in rear under Tom Greenall in the Peter Deal colours. Down towards fence number 3 now, Robo-Bar. Real big stride, jumped that magnificently well, the leader. Watching them all stream over. Brer,
Australia, where it is.
Pollyanna Steel are the 3 back markers. Back to the leaders. Robo-Bar has a length and a half lead from War of the World in second. 3 lengths back to the dark green colours of Oliver James. So the 2 BLB runners amongst the early leaders. And just behind these, Asheanymoney, the racecourse debutants, got a good start under Annie Yeager in the dark blue and pink colours for Cherry Coward. Wider out, one taking a very keen tug is beat in time under Dickie Barrett in the yellow colours, the pink of Damaris GD. A mistake and gone Executive Power. Executive Power made a mistake and unseated Will Featherstone at fence number 4. So 12 remain down the side for the first time. This is a steady pace. A packing group of leaders is headed by Robo-Bar, War of the World. Pink of Damaris GD, the dark green of Oliver James, then Asheanymoney in the dark blue and pink, and the yellow is beat in time. 3 lengths back to Johnny Bailey, taking his usual position on the inside in the emerald green and red colours for New Witness. Into the home straight for the first time. Robo-Bar and Sam Davis-Thomas picks up together the War of the World. Riderless horse receives them. Brer is the one in the red cap who's there last and first. In fact, I think he's last as they pass the judge for the first time. So it's War of the World in the green colours, the favourite upside Robo-Bar, another market protagonist. 2 lengths back to Oliver James, who travels well from the dark blue and pink of Asheanymoney, who's enjoyed his first circuit on a racetrack. Further back in the pink coloured Damaris GD, the green and red is New Witness, and Morecambe in the maroon and white cross belts. Beat in time wider out, the grey Pollyanna Steel, the yellow of Bally Major and Richard Spencer bidding for a quick fire double, then the dark blue and yellow of Duchess Theatre and still Brer wags the tail as they jump the ditch for the first time. Watching them all stream over, I think they've managed to negotiate that. Again, Brer was rather slow and struggling to keep touch with the preceding 10 continuing runners, 11 I should say. So left hand down, along the back straight for the second time. Fences 8, 9 and 10 on this part of the track, and still Robo-Bar and War of the World. Upsides once again as they head to the 3 plain fences down the back. They come in relatively quick succession. Robo-Bar and War of the World over from Oliver James over in third. Asheanymoney is up into fourth ahead of the pink of Damaris GD and then New Witness. Over the middle fence down the back, the 2 leaders again jump that well. Brer are still in rear, here with Bally Major, preceded by Duchess Theatre, Pollyanna Steel, Morecambe and Beat in Time as weakened back through the field over the last half mile or so. Watching them stream over the last fence down the back, they're all over. Although Bally Major was very untidy and already begins to struggle under Richard Spencer. I don't think he'll be getting a quick fire double. So down the side for the second time, Robo-Bar and War of the World. Still enjoying themselves out in front, these 2 with more experience than many of the runners here in this field. Both bidding to break their maiden, but horses with has already shown plenty of promise. And Robo-Bar just about leads War of the World, although Robo-Bar gave that one a good nudge. Watch them all go over. Brer again was slow, preceded by Pollyanna Steel. Duchess Theatre still anchored well in rear by Tom Greenall. So down towards fence number 12, still War of the World, nothing to split between him and Robo-Bar. 2 lengths back to Oliver James. Always travels sweetly for Andy Yoxall in third. New Witness gave that one a fair clout for under Johnny Bailey. Upside Damaris GD in fourth and fifth. 3 lengths back to Morecambe. Then beat in time the grey Pollyanna Steel. Duchess Theatre yet to be asked any question and Brer. So down to fence number 13, another plain one in the home straight. War of the World and Robo-Bar still as one. 3 lengths clear from Oliver James, who continues to travel with real gusto in third. Then New Witness gets the favourite. Johnny Bailey, the pink is Damaris GD and the cheek piece is getting closer under Jamie Jenkinson. 3 lengths back to Morecambe and Camilla Cotton. Still the one catching the eye is the Easterby runner Duchess Theatre, the 5-year-old mare under Tom Greenall. Has been given every chance, a patient ride, and being edged into it now as they go out to the final circuit towards fence number 14, which is the ditch for the final time. So War of the World and Robo-Bar, Sam Davis-Thomas and George Henderson still go as one towards the ditch for the final time. They precede The other BLB runner, Oliver James, who jumped that ditch particularly well and still travels well, beating time, beginning to struggle out the back with Brer. New Witness has lost a lot of ground under Johnny Bailey, as has Pollyanna Steele. Duchess Theatre Ridge continues to edge closer under Tom Greenall. It's about to pass Molecombe. Glamorous Gigi has dropped off the leaders, and these three leaders as they go down the back for the final time are War of the World, Oliver James and Robobar. Robobar just gets ridden along now by Sam Davis-Thomas, who is the two BLB runners who go upside of the first one down the back. War of the World just picked up in front, over from Oliver James. Watching the others stream over, they are continuing. The one pulled up was New Witness, also beating time pulled up. Look down back to the leaders, they're already at the middle fence down the back. War of the World picks up just ahead of Oliver James. 3 lengths back to the ridden along Robobar, gets some stern reminders from Sam Davis-Thomas. He's beginning to feel the pinch, that one. Still Duchess Theatre creeps into it under Tom Greenall, has 8 lengths to find on these leaders, but she didn't get very high at the last one down the back from Glamorous Gigi. Morecambe still going out, as Pollyanna Steele, the rest aren't. So these two BLB runners are going at it hammer and tongs as they turn out of the back straight. If anything, Oliver James is probably going marginally to better than the favourite War of the World. Andy Yoxall yet to throw everything at this 6-year-old son of Cape Tara for the Chris BLB yard. Antonia BLB trained War of the World is ridden along by George Henderson upside in second. Then Duchess Theatre continues to edge into it under Tom Greenall, but over 3 out, I should say. And Oliver James begins to kick on now from a tired-looking War of the World in second. Still Duchess Theatre gets nearer under Tom Greenall. He really hasn't yet to push a button. He's got 6 or 7 lengths to find on Oliver James, who's beginning to get away as they go down towards 2 from home. Oliver James has 6 or 8 lengths in hand of the tired-looking War of the World, over 2 out. Oliver James has always travelled well, this son of Cape Tara, but begins to get away from War of the World. Is very tired. Duchess Theatre still not really yet produced with much of a run by Tom Greenall, although he's looking rather tired back in third, but down to the 20th and final fence. And this looks like plain sailing here for Oliver James, who didn't complete on his first start, but he's been most impressive on his second start in point-to-point company. War of the World over in second from Duchess Theatre. The rest are very tired. In fact, I'm not sure there's any other finishers. But out on his own, Oliver James could be a horse to follow, wins really well. War of the World is going to be a battle for second with Duchess Theatre. We'll leave that to the judge. I think War of the World is just second, with Duchess Theatre in third, and I think they are the only 3 finishers.